Okay, so we're going to quickly go over the market recap. I'm sorry that the weekly watch list wasn't available this week because all of our hard drive is backed up and we just had no more memory to actually export it out of our video software. And then of course when they did try and upload that, some of the files were missing and it was shown back in error, so we do apologise for that. And we're going to jump into the market recap and try and make it all a bit of a hybrid between the weekly watch list and of course the market recap. It'll be a little bit more up to date and of course relevant to what's going on. So let's just look at what we're currently in right now. We're currently in gold and we are thinking that we're going to hit 1833. You see on the weekly here we do have this weekly trend line, multiple great touches, a little double bottom here, and then we had that third touch here on this level around about 1678, 370. Bullish hammer close above the weekly bullish trend line. We hit that 1833, created a low, higher low, and now we're looking, I think, to turn price action back up to that 1833 level. You see here we're broken out that descending pennant, showed a nice level of respect here, right above this bullish weekly trend line. We've broken back below, we've broken back above, sorry. We are looking to form a little bullish flag pattern, you can see on the 15 minute here, and I do think we will start to push back up and attack that 1833. But this level here that you see is actually a massive weekly level of support. It drags all the way across. You can see here it actually lines up exactly with these highs here that you see on the weekly. So we have, if we just take this, you can see these highs here, and then if we go back to the hourly, and we were thinking that we were going to get a retracement back in line with either this zone here, because we're finding support on this high inside this little flag pattern, or we were going to come back down in line with that 50 EMA and in line with this weekly level of support, and that we did see those huge massive triple tops back over to the left of the chart there. So that's currently what we're looking at in gold, and I do think we are going to hit that 1833 before the end of the week, so keep an eye out on that. 𝗙់_JPY again, a little bit messy. We are going to look to target back down these lows here about 119.179. I'm currently in a long position, so I'm looking to start heading back up just above that 122 region. But again, we're in this bullish channel. We're showing a lot of respect for this orange zone, but it's also been under heavy attack. I mean, it's just relentless. The price action is trying to crash through. There's a good chance that we might crash through. I do think we could still push back up, but we are showing quite strong bearish signs right now. But this level is holding pretty well. You can see that we are forming a bullish shooting star candle. We are looking to break these lows, so we're just going to be monitoring and see what goes on from there for 𝗙ście_JPY. See if we are able to hold this level and start pushing back up. So LTC USD, what we were looking at was of course on the monthly, because we'd seen, just strictly talking facts, we'd seen this line here. It will roughly took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, call it 8 months to hit these market lows to the market highs. So now that we've had that pullback phase, we've hit that 0.786 Fibonacci from this low here to this high here. So now that we're coming back below, we're right just underneath that monthly 50 EMA. And now we're looking to take that push up, pull back, and that next leg up to, I think it could potentially be that 400 mark. But of course the weekly is looking like this because we did have that announcement a couple of days ago where Walmart says that they were going to be using the LTC in a partnership as legal tender, and then other people are saying that that was fake news, and it has crashed right back down inside. You seen you had that massive wick in the space of 5-10 minutes, crashed all the way back down, closed back inside this range, and currently we're still in that range right now. So I'm just going to remove this, and we're also going to keep this because it's not a trend line, but we're going to move it over just to give us a rough idea, because obviously we don't just copy and paste trend lines and just make them our targets, because obviously it's unrealistic. The market doesn't really work like that. But it is a fact that it took 8 months to move X amount of pips and give us that much distance, so it can be a good a good guesstimate to say, okay, we could potentially look to do this move if the signs are showing us that we are going to keep moving higher in X amount of months, and just basically give you a rough idea. But again, we're currently in that zone. We managed to break out just ever so slightly above that 50 EMA on the 4 hour. We didn't really sustain it. Now we're back down inside, so it's going to be an interesting end to the week. Of course, tomorrow is Wednesday, so we still have a good few days of trading left to see how this week's going to end. But I do think we are still firmly bullish. You can see just the way that we've moved. We've broken these highs here, pushed up, came back, failed to break these lows here. We've hit that 0.618 golden Fibonacci retracement. We've hit just below, just above, sorry, that 50 weekly EMA. So giving us another bit of confidence to take this trade higher, this currency higher, sorry. And now we are looking to break out of this consolidation zone. So right now that's what we're currently looking at for LTC USD. And then what we were looking at, of course, we're looking at the dollar index, because the dollar index is going to give us a rough idea of what we're going to be doing in terms of trades. We're looking at GBP USD and Aussie USD. But you can see we've broken out of that descending pennant, created a nice little area of consolidation. We're just bouncing between this orange zone and this blue zone here. So that's obviously going to have an impact on whether we take buys or sells in GBP USD and Aussie USD. Right now we're looking at a GBP USD sell, and we're looking at an Aussie USD long. The Aussie USD long looks like this. You see we're actually breaking out of this sort of flag pattern here, this sort of descending pennant, but before we're going to hit into a nice area of support that you see in orange, but it does look like we're crashing below, because of course if the dollar index is strong, it's going to push Aussie US dollar down, and of course it's going to push GBP US dollar down, and that's exactly what it's done. We've really just messed about at this level here. We've trapped a lot of buyers. Now we've pushed back down below, and looks like we're going to close inside of this pattern, creating a shooting star, and then potentially hitting, looking to hit targets around 1.36 and try and break this little level of support, or a big level of support, sorry. So that's currently what we're looking at for Aussie USD and GBP USD. The rest of these I'm actually going to take off because they're not really ready. These are the two pairs that we're currently looking at that are ready right now, and of course GBP USD is looking more favourable. But until the dollar index really breaks out of this area of consolidation, I'm not really comfortable jumping a trade just yet. But if I was to, I'd probably take a GBP USD short, because it looks like we are going to break up higher, back up to that 93 mark, 93.22, maybe even slightly higher, maybe even 93, and just totally disregard this area of resistance here and make this level here the new area of resistance and attack these highs. So that's currently what we're looking at for the dollar index, and that's what we're going to be looking at for GBP USD, and it's also going to give us a good understanding of whether we're going to take the GBP USD trade or the Aussie USD trade or not. So we've covered LTC USD, Swiss JPY, and we have covered, of course, gold, GBP USD and Aussie USD, not to mention the dollar index. So that's pretty much us up to date for the market recap. Not really been too much going on, and been a little bit of a dry week. But in terms of gold, in terms of LTC USD, those are two that I'm quite optimistic about, and I am looking forward to see how they develop over the rest of the week. And of course, as always, we will keep you updated. We're going to have a couple more videos coming out over the next couple of days. Just updated analysis on LTC USD, updated analysis on gold, and any other pairs that we're looking to trade. Might even do one on Swiss JPY, even though it's moving ever so boring. So if you have any analysis similar to the pairs that we are trading, or if you have something different and you'd like us to look over it, please send it over. We'll be happy to check that for you and see what you're seeing in the markets. But the next time we're going to see will be Thursday or Friday. We'll be posting the updated YouTube videos inside the Telegram groups, and of course by now you should already be subscribed and hit that notification bell, so you'll be getting all of these videos before anybody else anyway. So I really do hope you have a profitable trading week. Shoot us any questions if you have any problems, and if not, we'll see you on Friday.